Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast to guide you home into your human journey here on Earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard, and it is my delight to co-create with Gaia and share our messages from Source in this now moment. Here we go. Episode 430. It is Thursday here in Cincinnati. I am sitting with the blinds open. There's a little bit of a summer storm that is moving through, so you might hear some rain in the background during today's episode. We have had beautiful summer weather ever since the Memorial Day weekend on Monday. It is good to be back with you after taking some extra time off to be with my family and transition into the summer. I've been feeling into wondering, like, there's been so much that's been happening. What do I share and what would be valuable to you to spend your time listening to today? And the image that came through right away was of the Nine of Cups, this beautiful card from the, what is it called? The Lightseers Tarot deck that I use, that I pulled for a meditation a few weeks ago. So I thought we would kind of hang out in that space, and I will read some of it to you and share why I think this is relevant. So on the second Sunday of each month, I host a meditation, energy healing, awesome call that I love, I think, as much as everybody who's on the call loves. And this month it happened to be on Mother's Day. And the card that I pulled for the intention grid before I started was the Nine of Cups. So I'm going to put that as the cover for the video today, but I'm going to show it to you right now. So if you are watching the video, you can see it. If not, I will describe it to you. It's this woman who looks like she was standing on a treasure chest, and then she leaped out of it, and her arms are spread wide. It looks like she has blue hair. Her heart chakra is just open wide to the world. Her feet are kicked up off of the treasure chest. And then there's all this yellow, gorgeous light that is coming around her and out through her heart chakra. And then there are these 9 cups of treasures that are flying in the air around her. So the card speaks a lot about manifestation. And when I pulled the card, it was connected to the meditation call that I was hosting. It was on Mother's Day. The message that came through in that call was so powerful, so beautiful. It was all about the maternal lineage, how when we are souls and we choose to come be in this family of lineage, the mother soul hands over these things, these beliefs, these systems, these ways of thinking and acting that have been in the lineage up into this point. And so we are handed this stuff. And in the meditation, what I was seeing for myself is there's a hand that's filled with good stuff and there's a hand that's filled with shit. So we get both. And our mothers got it from their mothers, and their mothers got it from their mothers. And the hope is that perhaps there's more of a balancing as the lineage continues. And so maybe way back it was like all shit and just a little good, and now we've come sort of to a balancing place where maybe it's equal. In the meditation, I was like, wait a second. Why do we have to take all that? Why does that have to be the story and the way that it is passed on? And again, this is all through what I believe to be true and what I see in energy space. So your experience may be different. So as I was describing that, I was feeling for myself like, I'm kind of done with that story. And I hope that's not what I've done with my daughters, to hand some of each. And if so, like, I want to bring more balance, and not even more balance. I want to get rid of the shit and increase the good. And so how do I do that? What's been amazing is that I didn't realize at the time when I pulled the Nine of Cups, I was thinking, oh, it's just about celebrating life and opening up to all the expansion and being in this time of manifestation. I didn't directly connect it to the actual message of the meditation, which, duh, like, I wasn't ready to see it, apparently. And so what I have been realizing over the last few weeks, as so much goodness has been happening, as this card has literally energetically been playing out in my life, I've been living this card. I've been living the energy of the Nine of Cups. And in this moment, as I'm even sharing it with you, I'm realizing how embodying that energy, living that way, being in the state of grace and gratitude and recognition of all of the beauty and the abundance that I am living, like that's how we equal out and eventually let go of the shit and increase the good. And so it's not even about balancing what we are handed from our lineage. It's about completely dissolving what isn't serving and increasing what is serving. Knowing, as I say all of this, that it has served all of us to be working through these energies, and that the negative, the heavy, the shit energy, as I describe it, teaches, it stretches, it strengthens, it creates, as they would say, character, creates character in us. And also there are other ways to create character. It doesn't have to be in the old ways that we have done it. And there's a shift that I believe that is happening. This is what I talked about in Purple Tranquility a few episodes back. We have been in these rocky waters, in all this energy that has felt turbulent, good shit, right? Like all of this chaos. We have been living that. I don't know, not just COVID, but perhaps forever. Perhaps that's the way it has been for a long, long time. And as Gaia continues to evolve and settle more and more into her own space and vibration of tranquility, so too is humanity. And if that shift is happening, perhaps there's just as much teaching and magic and expansion that can happen in this abundant Nine of Cups magical energy. And so the need for that heaviness and that struggle can start to dissolve and dissipate and no longer be necessary. And so perhaps, if my daughter chooses to have children, perhaps my daughter, as she hands over the energy to her daughter, if she has one, there's one hand or both hands now bringing all the good, and all this stuff doesn't have to be worked through anymore. And so we are living this higher vibrational expression of being a human. I mean, I want in on that. Don't you want in on that? Like, yes. So what I wanted to share, besides that expression of it, is what the Nine of Cups card says, and then just a couple nuggets about how it's been playing out in my own journey over the last few weeks. For many reasons, mostly for inspiration, because I feel like we hear a lot of the shit stories and we don't always hear the great stories. I try to be balanced in what I bring through, hopefully, but this is like an all good kind of episode today. It's oh my God, let's actually live the Nine of Cups, all of us. Like, let's do this thing. And then what was the other reason? I was just thinking about that. But the other reason is because this card is coming to a conclusion. That's not quite true. I'm expanding. I'm opening up another level of transmission because we have our call again on Sunday this week. I'm doing it early because I have guests in town next weekend. And so this weekend on Sunday at 10 o'clock, we're going to gather again, and we're going to tune into what's the next message that's coming through from Source, and what is the image and the energy of that next expression. So from Nine of Cups, where do we go? I mean, I can't wait. We'll see what it is. So I'm going to read to you what the card says, and then we'll kind of play with it a little bit. So here's the card, again, the image of it. And I need my glasses. It's from the Lightseers Tarot, which I love this deck, and I use it often in my own work and then also with my clients. All right, so Nine of Cups. It says, the universe is gifting you your desire, choosing joy, manifested dreams, gratitude, and abundance. This is a card of abundance and happiness and is often fittingly called the wish card. What have you been wishing for? Allow yourself to experience how fulfilling this journey can be, and fill your life with all the laughter and bliss needed to spur you into the next phase of your happiness. Take stock of all the feels that are surfacing, and remember to practice gratitude for the manifestation of your dreams. The appearance of this card in your spread is an auspicious message of prosperity, harmony, and getting what you desire. What you have been working towards is coming to you, so enjoy life's pleasures and sink into the awe and the wonder of a joyous heart. I open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way. Yeah, so let's play with this a little bit together. I think the thing that I want to share first is the card, even though it's all about wishes and manifestation, is not orange like the second chakra, which to me is about receiving and, pleasure and abundance. It's yellow, which to me is about the third chakra, very much individual expression, the who I am and how I share that with the world, radiating out of my third chakra, which is also very much digestive system. They're also showing a lot of the extra like light and I don't know if you can see there's like little lines that are radiating like sunbursts from what looks like her heart chakra, even higher up, but everything is yellow. And to me, that speaks about the individual. How do we individually express who we are and allow that to radiate out to the world? And then when we do that, what comes back to us is this Nine of Cups. We manifest our wishes. We send that energy, that message, vibration out into consciousness. And then it comes back and we have these cups that are dropped into our lap with all that we've been wishing for. For me, I haven't always trusted that. I feel like I send something out and then I'm looking, like, is it coming? What is it going to look like when it comes back? Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I sent it out with a little bit of a wrong word or wrong, blah, blah, blah. And so there's this like, I don't know if I actually want the thing that I just sent the wish out for. Like, what is the parable about what do you wish? If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for? And then there's this whole game about it. I'd wish for more wishes. I'd wish for the gold that would buy me all the things that I wanted to then go buy. Or, you try to play with the idea of the wishes. I feel like the more we are clear on who we are uniquely, individually, like who am I, Viv? This one right here, this infinite soul in this body, living in this house with this family, doing this work. Like, I know who I am. And so when I send out a wish, a frequency, and it's specific and precise, it can come back to me. It can go out like a boomerang and come back to me. And it's because I'm so centered and steady here, and I'm so clear in like the gifts I have to share and how I express them and what my unique value is. And so I emit that and it's reflected back to me in this manifestation. It's taken years. Could I say a lifetime? It's taken a lifetime to get to this moment. I think this is one of the greatest parts of being in my 50s now that I'm 51. It's knowing like I love who I am. Yeah, I have some quirks and I can be just a lot of this or that at certain times, but I like myself. I know myself, and I am happy to share who I am in whatever ways I feel inspired to do. The more I do that from that place of like really steady in me, the more the magic is reflected back. And I feel like that's what this Nine of Cups card is saying. It's like, be so in your own expression and open to sharing it that all of the manifestations come back to reflect that. So let's see, had I even offered IEP? I don't even know if I'd offered it. So Mother's Day, maybe I'd have to look at my calendar. Mother's Day was May 10th. I think maybe I offered IEP right after that. So I have one of the manifestations, one of the manifestations of magic that has played out over the last few weeks. I decided, it might have been right before that, I decided that I wanted to spend the summer with a small group who were going to do some big, deep work, and that would be fun for me. And I love when I get to witness someone shedding the old stories and then expressing their unique individuality. It's so amazing to witness and support, and then to see how their lives like just ripple into all these cool creations and expressions. And so I offered to a small group the invitation to come and do this work over the summer, to have 11 classes together week after week, where we would walk through the Awakening the Guides content and look at patterns and relationships and self and body and source and Gaia and all these things that I love to spend time in. And so they all said yes, and we get to start. We start this afternoon, and we're going to be meeting every single week and doing this incredible work. So one of the 9 of Cups is me knowing what lights me up, and then extending the offer and inviting those who are ready to do that to come play in that way with me. And so that's happening. And then when that started to happen, I think I shared last week or 2 weeks ago, the IEP group that I worked with last summer, we started reconnecting a little bit, and they want to get together every week and just share and be in community and continue the work they did last summer. And so we're going to be meeting every single week. We've already started the new moon circles. I wasn't sure. I started, I would say gatherings, not circles. I started doing those March, April, May. Yeah, in March, back in person again, open to the larger community that I support here in Cincinnati. I invited them to start coming back to my house, and I said, we're just going to try it for three months, and then we'll see. And they've been so great. And so now we're lining those up for the summer and the rest of the year. So there's this beautiful gathering of awesome souls in human bodies who live here in Cincinnati, who want to hang out around the new moon, which is my favorite time, and set intentions together. So we just did that for Gemini last week on Thursday, right before the holiday weekend. And so all of that, it's like hard to contain the joy. That's what this card feels like to me. It's like there's so much goodness, and it's all being reflected back to me. And what's my capacity to just keep increasing and bringing more in? Like, can I just keep doing this? It's yes, and I'm doing it really well. And also, it's a lot. And I guess that's why I feel that in the heart chakra. It's probably why they have that in the drawing. You're manifesting through the 3rd chakra, but it brings all this joy into the heart chakra. And so there's just this like, my goodness. So the other thing that has shifted, my son is home from college. So that's been amazing to have his energy back here and in the dynamics of our family. My husband, I'm so proud of him. Like he's just an awesome individual. And yeah, he's got his quirks like I do. And, we all drive each other crazy. And also he's so amazing. So he just graduated another class at his high school. We had that last week on Monday, and I got to go and watch like all these families celebrating that their children have completed high school. I mean, that's, talk about 3rd chakra expressing to get through high school and to have been navigating it through COVID and the insanity that has been this world. Like, hats off to these students and their families and the teachers. Hats off to the teachers who have done their work. So it was amazing to be in that energy and feel all of that. My husband is also leading this initiative at his school to come back to center, to bring the larger community back into alignment with their mission and their purpose. And it's such a big commitment to sign up for, and it's also such an expression of his third chakra, who he is in this world and the way that he walks this planet, to do that in a bigger way, in a bolder way. Like, my heart has been feeling like, oh my God, like, look at him doing this. Look at what he's expressing. And I get to support him and walk by his side and watch the magic happen. So that, it was funny, my meditation, I'm like, do I need to count the cups? Like, do I need to count, like, this is item 1, this is item 2, this is cup number 3, this work, this. I'm like, there's too many cups to count right now. There's so many cups that are flying around me of magic and prosperity and abundance that I'm just reveling in it. And so I'm just going to share the ones that are coming forward. And then the other one, sometimes I get these little last minute ideas, and then it throws all this energy up in the air. I decided last week, I don't know, maybe on Monday, like, yeah, maybe we should have a Memorial Day party and invite all of our family over. Just that. Because why not? So we haven't, and our pool is open, so we haven't really had a ton of people, like a party like that in a while. It's just everyone's been busy, and, schedules and COVID and blah, blah, blah. So we decided, let's just have everybody at one time. And so that required a lot of preparation, and we got to spend all this time working in our garden and cleaning our home and thinking through menus and preparing. And, my husband and I, and then our children, were able to, like, just create this really beautiful energy space. And so everyone who arrived on Monday, I think we had 20, 30 people out here, everyone could just feel that, again, the third chakra, my husband and I expressing our uniqueness in the way that we hold our home and our garden and our entertaining area, and the way we nourish people through food and drink, all of that being expressed, and it brings all this gorgeous energy into the heart chakra. And so everyone who was coming in and out could feel that. They could feel the love that we were holding, and all these fun conversations were happening, and the kids in the pool, and it was just so beautiful. Everyone stayed longer than they thought they were going to, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet, and yeah. I've been living the 9 of Cups. I feel like I've just had goodness after goodness after goodness. I've had amazing conversations with friends and family, and extra time with my husband now that his schedule is slowing down with school ending. I don't even know. I don't even know if I could list all of the cups, the abundance that is happening. It's good in my work. It's good in my family. My body. Let's talk about that for a moment. So I did the scan. I think I shared a bioenergetic scan. I did that with Andrea Henkel's a few weeks, probably almost 2 months ago. And I was doing everything as scheduled, and I finished like a whole bunch of the bottles of supplements and things. I had to order a second batch. I'm like, look at me. Look at me go. And so I have been feeling how my body, my metabolism is turning. I don't know if it's back on, but it's doing something that's good. And my energy level feels more stable. I don't even know. It's just, I feel more harmonious and in flow inside of myself. Look, now the sun is coming out. There's just been a healthy vitality is probably the right word. Andrea just created a beautiful meditation. I don't know the exact title, but it's like calling in health and vitality in your body. And I can feel like physically I've already been doing that with all of her support with the physical supplements and drops. And energetically, it has been happening. Emotionally, vitality is like my life force feels amped amplified. And in the meditation, I'll put a link to that also when I create the podcast. In the meditation, she takes you through, it's about 15 minutes, all of the systems of your body, your organs, your blood, your lungs, your skin, your everything, your teeth. Like, she takes you through all of the systems of the body and like amplifies, rejuvenates, vitalizes the energy. And by putting your attention on that, you're like expanding, you're doing this beautiful thing inside of your body. So that's been happening. There's also all the astrological stuff. I think 3 weeks ago when we did, which was right around the Mother's Day, I believe, that meditation, Jupiter moved into Aries, and that's when I did Purple Tranquility, that episode, and we talked about Gaia and her evolution into purple. Then Jupiter, I don't even want to try it. There have been so many things that have happened astrologically over the last few weeks. Eclipses, new moon, full moon. Like, there's been so much. And now we're in the summer. And a lot of what I've been reading is, especially the Jupiter and Aries part, it's like we got this boost, this rocket boost. And now there's this fire momentum with Aries of, let's do this. And that feels like this card, the Nine of Cups. There's this explosion of energy when she jumps out or up from the treasure chest, and then all of these Nine of Cups get manifested. Now what? Now we get to take all those cups that are floating around and bring them into our laps, land all of those cups on the desk, on the table, on the floor around us, and take the nectar from the cups, bring into our physical experience all that we have been wishing for. It's already manifested, and now we ground it and we bring it in. It's like Esther Hicks when she talks about your vortex. That's what the Nine of Cups feels like. You send all these desires energetically out into the universe, and then the cups start coming towards you. Your vortex is like moving all of that manifestation around you. And then how willing are you to receive? How open are you? What is your capacity like to allow that item that you've wished for that's in your vortex to land in your lap? And then you get to play. You get to be in all of these Nine of Cups. And even 9 is limited. It could be 99 or 999, 9,000, 9 million. There's no limit to what we can have in that manifestation, in that energy of our vortex. And I feel like the special sauce, the secret ingredient, the magical elixir is our joy, our gratitude in this whole process of expressing our uniqueness and then feeling the joy in our heart and landing the manifestation in our reality. There's no end to that. And the power, the momentum, the energy, the magical elixir is our pleasure in the process, our delight when that thing manifests. And that's what I've been living over the last few weeks. I'm like, oh my goodness, that just happened, and this just happened, and this is going on, and like that went really well, and this, it's just been goodness after goodness after goodness. And I feel like maybe we don't always share those stories or those moments or that vibration. We like to talk about our struggles. We like to talk about our pain points, and then we all commiserate together, which there's certainly time for that. And I'm not saying that I haven't done that and I won't continue to do that. And yet in this moment, the joy is so big and so true. It just feels fun to share the vibration with you. And then see what it brings up in you. My hope is it inspires you to really feel into that third chakra expression, that uniqueness that is you, and discern, like, how would I like to share that with my beloved, my friend, my child, my pet, my neighbor, my clients, my coworkers, the world. You know, how do I want to share my uniqueness and allow someone to witness and reflect that back to me? Because when they see me for who I am, and they can reflect me back to me for who I am, my heart feels the joy of being seen, feels the joy of being valued, of being connected, belonging here. I made a new moon meditation Tuesday. Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. I did a new moon card reading for Gemini, and then I did the meditation. And the card reading in the extended was talking about the council, the wise ones who have walked this planet before us, and what messages they would offer. And in the meditation, the eagle, because in the original reading I had the eagle card, the possibilities, where the eagle's flying over the landscape as guidance for the next lunar cycle. In the meditation, I could feel that eagle energy, but in an ancestor embodied way. And so in the meditation, we invited Eagle Chief to the energy of the ancestors, all those who have ever been eagle energy in their walk on this planet, to come and sit with us, and then to give us a message. What wisdom would they offer us at this time about being a human on our planet? And one of the messages was, you belong. You belong. You are meant to be here. You chose to be here. And connecting is all of it, because when you express who you are, you connect in with the energy, and then it is reflected back, and you get to feel that in your heart, and then others can play and dance. Yeah. I love how the sunshine has come out from the beginning of the call to now. Like, normally I would have the blinds down, and so the light would stay the same. And even the sun is like, let's just shine. Let's bring in some light. So yeah, it's all around. It's all around. Nine of Cups, living it, loving it. And it's just getting started. We are, what are we at? June 2nd right now. I am just beginning my summer. We have IEP starting tonight. I've got so many amazing things on my schedule for the summer, and also a lot of spaciousness to play, to create something new from my expression, and then feel the joy when it comes reflected back to me. We are also focusing specifically in the IEP group on manifesting this summer, continuing the energy of the Nine of Cups. What is it that we want to manifest over the next few months that will set us up for the rest of the year? And so the newsletter that I'm going to send, because I still haven't sent it. Remember the one I talked about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago? It's still sitting in my computer. It's going today. And it feels like it's going to be a continuation of this message. Like, how do we manifest together? What does that look like and feel like? And can we all tap into that frequency of the Nine of Cups, that delight in the treasure chest expressing through us, and then that receiving of the cups, that landing of the vortex energy, bringing it into reality, expression that's physical. We can hold it in our hands, see it happening in our lives. So yeah, it's going to be an amazing summer. We have the call this weekend. If you want to join us, if you have never played in meditation energy space with me, it's a great place to start. It's Sunday morning at 10 o'clock if you want to do it live, or you can listen to the recording later. $11 exchange. It's the best deal because a session with me is $222. And so you get a taste of what an hour with me feels like. If you are looking for a little more direct individual support, I offer for new clients an initial energy assessment. We get on the phone or on video. I scan your system, your body, your energy body, and see what is most present, and then offer you my reflections. And there's usually some kind of action plan. It's like a bioenergetic scan minus the bio. And then I give you homework and assignments. That is $111 as an exchange. You can do those. Excuse you, Star. Star is right here with us looking out the window. Usually he can't do that. So we do those scans for first-time clients, and then I have individual sessions that are cosmically incredible. It's so much fun. We get to play and we get to manifest. All of that is on my website. I will put a couple, well, the links are already in the description, so you can look through that if you're interested. And then we have our energy gym. So we are settling in for the summer months. I have a women's gym on Fridays at 11:30 and a men's gym on Fridays at 1 on the first and third Fridays of each month. So the men's gym meets twice a month and the women's gym meets every week. And the information for that is at Viv's Energy Gym. The link is also in the description. So if you're feeling the need for community, if you don't have that sense of belonging or connection, then that's a great place to start. It's $55 a month. It's so much fun. Okay, I send you off into your weekend with so much love. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me on Facebook or Instagram in a community I call the Gaia Tribe Reunion, where we show up together to share our soul's gifts, what we came here to Gaia to contribute to humanity. You can learn more at viviennegerard.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.